Our goal has always been to not just convert this old stone barn into our home, but to develop the property into a self-sustaining place where we can grow our own food and live off of the land. We have a long journey ahead of both learning and work to get to that point. But this week we make a big step forward as we build a large garden with a stone walkway and raised bed out of stone. All just in time for Bradey's mom to arrive and teach us a thing or two about planting and homesteading. And in the process of bringing down good quality soil from the mountain, we make our most surprising discovery on the property yet.
There's water. I think we just found a natural spring. All right, now we need to bring, Alexa, you work on stretching it down here, and then Chloe, you bring the stick down here. I want you to stretch the rope all the way down here, okay? All right, so 145 plus 145 is 290. So this week my mom is flying into Italy to come visit. So we've set aside a little bit of the work on the inside of the house, and we're coming out here to build a rather large garden bed. We have a very small, somewhat cute garden bed up there, but it's not as practical as the one that we're gonna build down here. The reason I've decided to do the garden this week is my mom is the gardener of the family. So I would love for her when she visits to be able to garden with the kids, plant a few things, teach us a few things. So we have a lot of work over the next 2 days to build this enclosed garden space. Hang on tight to it. So the geometry trick that I'm trying to show you is to make sure something is square, you measure the four corners across from each other, the two corners across from each other, 675, and now go to that stick over there, and we're going to measure these corners and see, and if these corners are the same length, then we know it's square. Nope, they are very far off. Interesting.
This is the first one I made, Mommy. I used these with some dirt and some pointy rocks for the ears and a stick for the smile. Next, I made this little girl over here. I used grass for the hair. Eyes are flowers, and that's my girl's a stick again. And this is a dog.
We are using the last of our fencing up to try to keep the goats out of the garden. We'll see if it works. These things are quite heavy. Good job.
I did.
So when I was first working on this fence up here, One of the posts got loose, rolled down the mountain, and it's been sitting here waiting for me to rescue it ever since. So if you're wondering why we're going through all of this effort and why we're not just planting on the ground without a fence, it's because we do have the occasional goat roaming through, and portions of other things we have planted haven't survived. So if we're going to go through the effort to make a rather large garden, at least for us, then we might as well have it properly protected. I did not originally plan to put in this much effort on the walking path. I'm not sure that I plan to use stone at all for the walking path, but Heather is off editing the entire day, one of our videos, and I figured I would attempt to surprise her with a nice path. All of these stones, or most of these stones, came out of what we're now using as the kitchen, or what we will be using for the kitchen once the house is finished. That room was a barn floor, but they used very nice flagstone, just because when you're digging on a property like this, you find very nice flagstone very naturally. Some of these stones came out of the office as well, because as I was digging down, stones would just naturally break off into a flagstone. So putting them all to good use, and it's nice to have them in a spot where you can remember where they came from. So I think the irony in all of this is that I actually rather dislike puzzles. Alexa loves doing puzzles, and I'm not very good at joining her when she asks me. It's just not my thing. But this, even though it is a giant puzzle, this I enjoy. And I think it might be something to do with the fact that whenever you do a standard puzzle, you always know what the outcome is going to be. It's just written right there on the box. But here you're putting pieces together that were never meant to be put together. And you're never quite sure what's going to turn out. And I think that part I enjoy. So later on I will put a lime mortar in between all of the cracks to make sure that we don't have anything growing up between the stones. But for now I need to build a retaining wall. Next, the thought is to, about this high, build a raised garden bed out of stone. Which means there's a lot more stone to carry down now. The stones in this pile here came out of our indoor quarry, as we like to call it. As we were digging down for the Vespaya, we pulled all of these stones out of the floor and got a good use for them now. This is a mixture of lime, sand, some aggregate, and then just some dirt and clay from around here just for the color of it. I'm doing a combination of dry stack as well as using some mortar at the top because I anticipate the kids and Heather standing on these and kind of reaching in, and I don't want anything wiggling. So the top 2 rows will have mortar to it to keep it all together. You basically have to continue to dry stack by using small shims anywhere there's any kind of wobbling because the lime takes ages to set off. The last time I did this, I mixed it a little bit too loose, a little bit too thin, and it took almost 2 weeks to set. Once it does set, it's still very strong, but also allows the stones to move if necessary, just a little bit, and then it's kind of self-healing. It's pretty cool stuff. But in the meantime, everything does need to be properly dry stacked so nothing moves.
goodness! It's gorgeous! I thought we were just gonna put everything in the dirt.
That was the plan.
I think I said this was gonna be a simple project.
There's no such thing as a simple project.
I mean, the walkway is what's the most impressive to me. I mean, this is beautiful,
Yeah.
but
Well,
like, it looks so good.
We'll do a grout in between it so that nothing grows up.
Okay,
In
perfect.
between. And then there should be room for 3 rows of planting up here.
Goodness. It's beautiful.
Happy Easter.
Thank you.
This is the best garden I have ever seen in my life.
I am
buddy.
seriously impressed.
I was impressed when I saw the picture.
You got a sneak peek. So I think we're going to have a few extra bells today because it is Easter Sunday. This is our first Easter here in Italy. So we're gonna have a little bit of an Easter egg hunt today. I love traveling the world and seeing how different people celebrate different holidays, and the way they celebrate Easter here is not that much different than the way that we do back in the US, but it's still really fun to kind of learn some new traditions and things to start incorporating into our lives here in Italy.
If I find any, do I get to keep them?
No. Sure.
Where's my Easter egg basket?
Mommy, I got a ladybug. 2 of them, and the same purple eggs. Oh, look! Another ladybug. So many ladybugs. I have so many ladybugs.
So today is Easter Sunday, and our neighbor stopped by and dropped off this cute little basket full of chocolate eggs and real eggs. Apparently there is a Italian tradition
I want this one.
called, what was it, trucchi or something like that?
Yeah, that was it. They're
Um,
hard-boiled eggs.
Hard-boiled eggs. So everybody
Just in
gets
case.
one. Can I have that one? I feel good about that one.
Can we switch?
Okay,
No.
so let's have
bunny
the
rabbit.
kids go first, and then the girl. Oh, come over here.
No.
So
Wait,
here's
what
what
do
you
you
do.
do?
I'll explain what you do.
I know
So
what you do.
you lightly tap against each other until one egg against the eggs, until one egg cracks, and then whoever's doesn't crack moves on to the next round. I think that's how it goes. A little bit harder.
Oh!
All right, Chloe.
Breakfast!
Breakfast.
So now it's mommy against daddy,
All right.
and then the winner of this round will go against Chloe. So you got to think about which side of the egg is the strongest.
Okay.
Yeah.
The face?
What are you choosing? Okay. All right. Ready? Oh.
Oh!
All right, Chloe. You ready? Should I tell you which side is the strongest?
Daddy, let's go.
Hey, look where that mark is. That part's gonna be the strongest. Okay.
No.
Okay. Ready? Set. Go.
Oh!
Good job, Daddy. Yay, breakfast.
We all win now. We get to eat the eggs.
hard-boiled eggs.
For you. For you,
That's
Alexa.
fun.
That's a cool tradition.
All right, so I want to take a quick break to thank the sponsor of today's video, NordVPN, who have a fantastic offer for you guys through the link in the description below. If you aren't aware, a virtual private network or a VPN is a fairly essential tool for keeping all of your information safe online these days. We've actually been hacked several times prior to using a VPN, but beyond the safety benefits, I think you'd be really surprised by the amount of entertainment content that is currently blocked wherever it is that you're living and watching from on streaming platforms such as Netflix. And with a click of a button with NordVPN, you can change your virtual location and unlock a whole new viewing library. Sometimes you can even change on virtual locations while you're traveling and save on flights and hotel, but of course the main use case is to protect your online banking information and passwords. It's very simple to get started. All you do is download an app, create an account, and with one click you are covered. So here's the important part. If you use the link in our description, you will get 4 free months off of a 2-year plan, and there's even a 30-day money-back guarantee. So again, check out that link in the description, and thanks to NordVPN for sponsoring today's video. It's sponsors like this who help fuel us and allow us to keep creating these videos for you guys.
He's taking a video of you right now.
It's very rude.
You're doing it on me now.
So watch your step here. Comes down.
We're gonna show, see what Daddy wants to show me today.
He digged out the whole floor.
He did dig out the whole floor.
Most of the floor.
It's like back-breaking work.
Yes.
Yeah.
How's your back?
It's hanging in there.
Oh yeah.
So this is going to be the bathroom space.
Oh, I thought that. This is the bathroom.
And door right here.
To get into your room.
They actually built the house in 3 phases, which I'm still confused about. I'm starting to think that that was the first phase, like super old, and then, but I'm not sure. I need to figure that out.
Yeah.
But they built it in 3 separate phases. This used to be the living,
Where they would sleep up
they
here.
would sleep here, cook and eat downstairs, and then the 2 wings were the barns. So this is maybe 6 terraces above the garden, and just because of the shape of the ravine, all of the leaves come down in the fall, and then there's just a trickle of moisture that comes down when it rains as well, and then the combination creates a nice composting spot for this very loose, good quality dirt. I did a little bit of digging here yesterday, and it seems like there's quite a lot of dirt, and surprisingly about the only spot on the property that has decent quality soil. So we're going to slowly carry it down to fill up the garden beds. You guys ready? Yeah, if we're mixing the soil, we shouldn't need to bring down too terribly much. Maybe another 4 trips.
Soil on here. Oh, you okay?
Careful, girl. That's a big one. Woo!
All right, so I'm very happy to have my mom here this week to help us out because we know nothing about gardening. And it was immediately after arriving that she looked at the soil and told us what was wrong with it, which I wasn't recording. So could you come explain for the benefit of everyone else, why is it that we're taking the existing soil that was here, which was no good, and mixing it with the soil that we just brought down from the top of the mountain?
I just noticed that you have a lot of clay that was already here.
A lot of clay.
And you actually want a little bit of clay because that will help retain the moisture when you water. So if this is what you're bringing down from the mountain, it's really good organic material, but it's really like fluffy and light. So you'll water and the next day it'll already be dry.
Yeah, this is pretty much the same consistency of soil that we put in the cute little garden up there. And I've noticed that every time we water it within a couple of hours, it's completely dry. Which I had no idea you should put clay in soil. I thought it was bad for plants. So
yeah, it's all about the proportions. A little bit of clay, a little bit of organic, a little bit of sand. And you're really good. The girls and I found like 3 large earthworms in here, so that's a really good indicator that it's going to be good.
Too?
The grubs are not the greatest to have.
They'll eat the plants, right?
But the earthworms are really good. So.
very cool. All right, let's plant.
So this morning we went to the garden shop and got a lot of plants, probably a bit too many maybe.
We have plenty.
We have a lot of plants, so we'll see if any of these turn into food.
We'll get it ready. You tilt it on its side and kind of smush it like this. Can you smush
I
it?
can do that.
Yeah,
Smush,
because you're
smush.
not too tight. We're just gently smushing to get it loosened
I
up.
felt water come out, like dirt.
It was recently watered.
I've
And then
stuck
we'll
it on 30
gently
centimeters.
pull it out.
So it's really
And we gotta look at it. See, there's some roots that are kind of going in circles, and we carefully get them out. We'll kind of make this trench, and then we'll have to dig down for each spot. So as Grammy digs it up, you guys see roots. Like there's one right there. Can you get it out of the way?
Yep, put it right here. Right.
That's like big. Oh, a worm.
This is really nice.
Yeah. There's something about, like, it's a little moist, like it's not, which it hasn't rained in forever. But that whatever's causing that moisture is causing it to decompose faster.
Huh, interesting.
Oh man, look at the dirt up here is even better.
Is it?
Look at this.
Holy moly, look at that. Oh, that's incredible. Oh man.
We can use some of these rocks too.
Yeah.
Oh, it gets wetter back here.
Wow, this is really nice.
Oh, good grief. Look at this. There's water.
Where's that coming from?
I think we just found a natural spring. Look. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of water. What in the world?
Well, this is the path to the waterfall, right?
What in the world?
Oh my goodness.
Look, water's flowing. Whoa.
Oh my goodness. That's so
We-
cool.
We have a river.
A river.
No, this is a natural spring.